Hello there. How's it going? It's your boy, H to the Z, back once again with another Hayvering. Bars. He's spitting though. One intro. Yeah, figured I'd do a quick little havering for you all. There's a couple things that have happened in Smite. One main thing, really, that I wanted to talk about. And yeah, just wanted to address what's going on. What's going on. What's going on is SLAINY is off the Scarabs. The Titans have completed their gutting of the Scarabs by taking their coach as well. So they took their solo laner, they took their jungler, they took their well, they didn't really take their jungler. The jungler got kicked and then got signed up by them. They took their ADC. They lost their jungler to the Dragons, and now they lost their coach to the Titans as well. Baronic, the only original member of the Scarabs left. And what's the longest tenure any of the other players have? Scary D, I guess. Start of this year. Is that it? Wild. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. What does it mean for the Scarabs? Unfortunate for them. Let's talk about the Titans first of all. So Titans had Benji as coach. Benji, amazing player. I did hear that when he started off, he was taking it fairly seriously and doing things. I wonder if I should F11 this just for a sec. Oh, I don't know which screen I'm... Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. So I did hear that Benji was taking it seriously and was putting some effort into coaching at first. Where is my... Sorry. I don't know what's happening. Oh God, I've muted somebody. Don't worry about it. We're not going to look at who I've muted. If it's you I've muted, I'm sorry. I don't want to know. So Benji apparently was taking the coaching thing fairly seriously to start off with. Hard to believe. Like he doesn't seem like the sort of player who's going to step into the coach role easily. He was there to turn up on Scrim's day and on game day and play a little bit of Smite and play really well. He didn't think about the game all that much as far as I'm aware. It wasn't like he would be super keen to do VOD review and to study the game and to come up with new ways of playing the game. He just kind of like went out there, played warriors, killed everybody, was amazing at Smite, but probably wasn't providing the Titans with what they wanted, I guess, from a coaching perspective, and they decided to pick up SLAINY. Picking up SLAINY is a big like validation of him as a coach in my eyes. Like, it's really difficult from the outside looking in to say whether these coaches are providing a lot of value or doing good things just because we don't know what they're doing. We don't see all of the coaches' work, in my opinion. Well, most of the coaches' work, in my opinion, is done in scrims during the week when we don't see. So all we get is hearsay from the players and like a few little tidbits from interviews and things like that and from watching drafts. But we don't get a whole lot of insight into how good these coaches are and whether they're valued. And I think SLAINY getting picked up by a team that has multiple of his ex-teammates on it. You've got Stu, Solo Troll, and Layers on their Layers, who he has previous falling outs with. Says a lot about the value that they felt he brought to the Scarabs, and the effort that he puts in, and the fact that the other players respect him is big for him. Scarabs are in a rough spot, in my opinion. I don't know who's available for them. Like I don't know. I would look at like an ex-player, I think someone like Inbound would be great if they could convince him. But they did kick him, and I don't know how keen or how easy it would be to have him come in and then coach a team that kicked him and coach like a player who replaced him in Whirlwind. I think that becomes, I guess it was Yark who replaced him, but I think it becomes difficult, and there ends up being like a little bit of a conflict of interest there, and it's difficult for Bobby to say what he needs to say without being, why have I got a headset? I was looking at my headphone where it's plugged into a different computer. It's difficult for him to say what he needs to say and things like that without coming across like if he wants to criticize the support, they might be like, well, he just wants my spot, you know? So difficult. So I don't know who they could get. Like if there's an ex-player out there that could be a good fit, Ducky maybe, if he would be willing to coach. But again, I don't know if Ducky's like super keen on that idea, super cerebral type guy who wants to help team improve their macro play or whatever. Hard to say. So we'll see. We'll see who they get. I haven't heard anything as of yet, but I imagine we saw some Heroin tweets. Did I bring up the Heroin tweets? I don't think I did. Let's bring them up now. Heroin. Let's see what Hurry was tweeting. So he's basically saying here, for people who are looking for their way into the SPL and you're like, hey, look at me, I'm up and coming, I've been doing this analysis, you're not going to get the spot. It's going to be someone proven who they know. They're not going to have a process, but it looks like they're just going to grab somebody as coach, I guess. They're saying we simply don't have the time to vet every person, which makes me feel like they've probably made up their mind. And they're saying that he thinks they can succeed. Let's not be silly and say things like they're just here for paychecks. I don't think was anybody saying that? I hope not. Seems a bit silly. But yeah, Hurry's basically seems to be saying that they've got their eye on somebody or a couple somebodies who maybe have experience in coaching already. Maybe somebody who's coaching an SEC team. I don't know who's open, honestly. It's very difficult to judge the talent pool when it comes to coaches. Maybe someone like Kassir, possibility. I don't know. That's one that I could pull out of thin air. He's coached before. Could be an option. I don't know. Maybe where's Cardiac at these days? Don't know. Maybe they could look at somebody like that, but very, very difficult to just say who they're going to pick up. I would edge towards it being either an ex-SPL player or an ex-SPL coach, though, just from this wording. So yeah. Why have I got this open? I wanted to have a quick look at the standings just to say why it's important for the Titans to be picking up a coach this time of year. They really want to improve. And I think things are a little scary for the Bolts and the Titans with the Valks making a charge end of the phase. You really want to at least make it into this top 6 tournament to make sure you have the chance of auto qualifying for Worlds. I think top 2 will out of that. But yeah, we shall see how that goes. What else have I got? This is this again. Don't know why I have this tab open. Maybe I was gonna say vote for me in the Golden Bolts. Vote for me in the Golden Bolts, chat. Here's the thing. Make sure and vote for me. That's all I'm gonna say on this one. And then there was just this little tidbit. I just thought it was a fun one to maybe briefly touch on. Seems like Gamma taunted ZAPMAN a whole scrim session and then tweeted at him when he, I guess, I'll just read it verbatim. ZAPMAN getting all emotional and arguing scrims over a little spam taunting after doing the same to me all year, and then he got blocked. There's a couple things I guess we can get into here. And he called him a pussy. I think that Zap probably is in the wrong for the first bit where he has gotten annoyed at being spam taunted. Maybe he's playing bad, maybe he's having a bad day, whatever, and he's cancelled scrims. It's really tough on I think it's really rough for SPL players when they're having a tough time or a bad day or whatever. You just want to get off, but you affect 9 other people's practice and chances of winning things if you end scrims in that kind of situation. But it's tough because everybody has bad days, you know. And then I think Gamma didn't have to, if the scrim session's over and he's spam taunting him, he didn't have to go and publicly be like, fuck you, man. Fuck you, look at this guy, everybody, fuck you. I don't think he had to do that. I think Gamma's a little in there. Everybody's gonna be like soft. I think ZAPMAN probably should have blocked him either. He probably should have just laughed it off. But sometimes you're having a bad day and you react in bad ways, which I think is what's happened here as an overall thing. But yeah, pretty funny. Pretty funny in my opinion. It's funny from Gamma. I wouldn't do it. Maybe me when I was Gamma's age would have done it though. You know, I'm fucking old now. Not as old as Steve though. Shout out ZAPMAN. Yeah, fuck. Is that it? Is that all I wanted? Is that all I had to say? Oh, there was also this, I'll quickly talk about it. There was the drama about the AFK streamers. I think there's a little bit to unpack on that. Also, oh yeah, kind of growing. I'm not shaving this month, I guess. I'm doing Movember. I haven't started collecting yet, but next YouTube video, maybe there will be something in the comments, and maybe I'll have a nice handlebar mustache. We'll see. There was the AFK streamers. I don't know who the people are. I've seen their names a lot now. So I think is it DK and Jessica? I think are like the ones who are getting lambasted for it the most and are like talking about going to lawyers and things like that. We should stop giving them attention. I shouldn't even really say their names, huh? The long and short of it is AFK streams are bad, and they shouldn't exist. But also I think there's a disproportionate amount of like people crying about it and being like, they're taking away viewers from me. And if your competition for your maybe it's easier for me to say because this isn't my job, but this is something I do for fun and I do earn money from it. But like if your competition that you're worried about is AFK streamers posting highlights for viewer points and you're like, oh, that's taking away my potential viewership, maybe you should make better content rather than just relying on being at the top of the list or being a known name and getting viewers because of that. Or streaming for long periods and getting viewers because of that. I don't think that's, I mean, I respect the hustle, but like if your competition that you're worried about and if you think they're taking away viewers from you and taking away your revenue, I don't know. I think maybe it's easy for me to say because I don't rely on my Twitch money to live, but I would never worry about competing with an AFK streamer or anyone who has drops as the first thing in their title in general. I think it's a fucking shitty trope, and the more people do it, the less the average or like newer Twitch viewer understands the fact that everybody in the Smite category has drops. So I mean, I think we should be making an effort to educate on that. Have a drops command where people, if they do exclamation mark drops, it says everybody has drops. I have drops, all the other streamers have drops, and we should stop having drops as the first thing in your title as if it's some fucking magical thing that you have and nobody else does. So anyway, that's my opinion. It's not that nuanced, it's not that in-depth, and it's not that interesting. So we should all stop talking about it. They're gone, right? They fucked off, they're away. Stop giving them attention. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been me, Hazer. I've been havering. Don't know what I've said for 12 and a half minutes or whatever. I hope it was at least coherent. And catch you on Thursday for the SPL. SPL this week, next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So book it out in your calendar. Be there with me, the cats, not my girlfriend, because she's leaving again. She's not real. No, she's going back to... it's nothing. She'll be back. But she won't be here this weekend. All right. Love you all. And I'll see you next time. Bye.